I'm back. So now this is second part of part D. This is the lower body stretching, and I have chosen the quadricep stretch. Now the setup for a quadricep stretch, you need to be standing on one leg. You can either use a flat structure to balance on, or yeah, like a wall, for instance. You can use your left arm if you're using your right leg to balance on, and you need to ensure that you're contracting your your core and your buttocks, and you need to pull your leg to your buttocks. And now the form and technique of doing this type of stretch, which is the quadricep stretch, as I explained, you need to be standing upright, and you cannot be leaning over. Your back needs to be straight. You need to be breathing in and out as you're doing the stretch, so that oxygen can go to the muscles as the motion is being processed. The back needs to be straight as I said, and not arched. You need to tuck in your pelvis. That's very important during the stretch, and you need to ensure the bent knee is pointing towards the ground. The benefits and advantages of a quadricep stretch: it promotes flexibility, it improves your posture, it increases the range of movement in your joints, and it releases muscle spasm and tightness within your muscles. Now, for someone that has training probably like 2 to 3 times a week, that's very important to reduce muscle spasm and tension in your muscles. Because you're on a constant move when you're training. It's either you're doing cardiovascular training or strength training, or even going for a jog, and your muscles require you to get rid of that spasm and tension, and to perform at your optimal level. Now, the fifth principle that I have done here, it starts off with the frequency, of course. Now, how often should you do quadriceps training or lower body exercise stretching? Quadriceps stretching and lower body exercise stretching. Now, I say that you should do it as it's a major muscle group in your body. It's comprised of approximately 50% of what you do on a daily basis. Well, everything actually, because you use your legs consistently every single day, all the time. You're always on your feet. Now, those muscles need to have strength and power, and you need to be stretching it 2 to 3 times a week, or you need to be stretching it every day if you can. And stretching your muscles every day, especially your leg muscles, that will benefit you to the best, because if you stretch it, you get the best gains that you possibly can get, and it will help your posture develop even better. It will also release the tension and muscle soreness in your muscles, as I said. And now, the intensity we're doing this, you need to do it to the point of where you feel pain. Obviously, you need to know your biting point and when to stop. That's why that's very important as well. So you need to do it until you feel pain. The type, it's a low body stretch exercise, and it's a static movement, a static stretch, because you are not moving anywhere. Now, the time for this, it should be no longer than 30 minutes, of course. It should be a minimum of 30 seconds. Sorry, my bad. It needs to be 30 seconds. And you need to hold it, and to ensure that you are breathing during the stretch, because oxygen still needs to be flowing to the muscles, which is required. Now, it needs to be done for 30 seconds, as I said, between 1 to 3 sets, and the breathing needs to be involved as well. Now, the immediate physiological responses to the quadriceps stretch are: it increases the range of motion, it improves performance of activities, because if you do stretch right, tension is released, your muscles recover quicker, which allow you to get to the best that you possibly can be, and that that shows in your performance. It promotes joint movement, and it expands muscle fibers during your exercise. That's, for example, when you do a bicep curl, your muscles get numb after that. Now it's the same thing with the quadricep stretch. Um, it allows for your muscles to recover quickly from the exercise that was done before. Now, the long term physiological adaptations to this is it improves your posture, it puts your mind at ease. It's great for stress relief because it's exercise done to your body, so you feel better afterwards, and increases blood flow to your muscles. Now, the safety and effective way of doing this, you need to ensure that there's no harmful objects around, and you need to ensure that your form and your technique is done correctly during the exercise, so that the stretch can be done to the best of your ability. Because like if you don't have correct form, then you're going to get injured, so the stretch wouldn't be necessary. So I say that no objects need to be in the way as well, preferably above your head, because with above your head, around you, that you can trip over maybe. And yeah.